Let's do it.
Yeah.
It is way more humid than I was expecting it to be today.
I actually feel very comfortable.
Last year was so hot.
Oh, it was horrible.
It was like 90 something. People were dehydrated, passing out.
Yes.
It was not a good situation.
Did you know that I sponsored the Medic tent this year? So
I did not
people
know
have
that.
that experience. They can go over and get a little treatment. So if anyone's out here, you're watching the live stream, you're starting to not feel so well, there is a Medic tent. It's located right next to Kite Soda. It's close to like where the bathrooms are, if that's a good landmark for you.
We are on, what are we live streaming on?
Facebook and YouTube.
Nice, okay. Just gotta know who the audience is.
Yeah.
Here.
Hello, kids.
Oh, yeah.
Congratulations, Miss Uber Ganjier.
I'm now
Congrats
certified
on your
Ganjier, certified cannabis
certification.
sommelier. Very exciting. I'm very
Tell
excited.
people what that means.
So I think one of the cool things about the Ganjier program and becoming a cannabis sommelier is that you get a really well-rounded education on a lot of different parts of cannabis, but you also have to do continuing education to continue to keep your sommelier certification. And so the next education program that they have on there is retail and product sales, which is like right up my alley.
Yeah.
And so retail is definitely my kink. I love working with consumers. I love learning what people want and need and being able to relay that information back to like the growers, back to people making the products.
Yeah.
And so I'm just plugging along as we're waiting for dispensaries to open.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting. I mean, it's just kind of a waiting game right now.
Yeah. You have so many tangible skills, and
I know.
I love to see you kind of bring those forward and offer those to other people. Like teach, see one, do one, teach one. That's what we always say, like in the medical community.
Absolutely.
When you want to learn something, you see it, you watch someone's presentation, then you go hands-on, and then you teach someone else.
Absolutely.
So,
and what I'm really realizing about myself and the things that like bring me the most joy are working with new clients or like new users and advanced beginners, novices, people who are kind of curious. That is like my niche. That's who I prefer to help and educate and talk to them about the products that they need, because they often need products that the rest of the industry doesn't need, like low dose products. Like we are at a deficit for low dose products in Minnesota, and no one wants to create them because they're like, no one's going to use them. Well, the one low dose product that has been done well, the Mary and Jane product, I mean, that product is selling out, and it's selling out because there is literally nothing else like it, and great packaging and marketing.
Right? Yeah, no, they do a really great job with that, and I think you're right. That is something that's gonna set people apart. When I look at certain brands, and when I've even thought about my own, I'm like, okay, like I need to do something that's gonna kind of stand out a little bit and just really reflect who I am and draw people into me, and want to find out more about who I am and what I do. So thank you for thinking of things like that, and again, passing it on to the larger community.
Absolutely. And I feel like some of the other things that I'm passionate about in the industry ties right into what you do as well, because in this industry, the disability community is not catered to. Like so many of us have chronic pain, so many of us have invisible illnesses, so many people have not invisible illnesses, they have other disabilities. And especially when it comes to products and accessories, they're not made for a lot of people, And so it's like I've had to, like, even just myself, it's like I've just discovered all these cool products that, okay, this one hurts my wrist less. And that sounds so silly to like buy a product because actually it doesn't sound silly to buy a product that makes your life less painful.
For sure.
And so.
Or easier.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah.
And so
it helps you access your cannabis. When you started talking about that, I was thinking about like people that I know with like ALS, that really, or MS, that really lose that function in their upper body. So like to hold a joint up to their face, or
to grind weed, roll something, to open a container. It's like, why are we not coming up with more innovative things?
Adaptive. Yeah.
But we will. I'm going to be a part of that.
I love that, kid. That's awesome.
We are at Cannabis. We're working on a new product right now. I'm not going to quite say what it is, but it is utilizing our system of emotion-based education. So it's utilizing feelings to describe products versus sativa hybrid indica.
Yes.
And so we'll be launching a product here. Well, actually, I can't say when because everything takes so long. It's like I'm working on getting like, the custom product, and then it's like custom packaging and it's like, okay, all this, I'm like, can't this be ready like next week? And
Right.
it's like months later.
It is hard to be
Like,
patient. It's
what's
hard to
going
be
on
patient,
here?
yeah. Because you see it in your brain, and then like once you get the prototype and stuff like down, you're like, okay, what now? Like, what's next? We got to get it out there, you know. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I
And
get
so
it,
that's
totally.
just a reminder to me and everyone in the industry is like, you gotta be the turtle, not the hare. That's what I tell myself.
I've actually seen that program that you're talking about. I saw you present it when you first came up with it. It happened out at Ganja Mamas.
Yes.
And I told you then, I was like, this is brilliant, because people aren't going to come into the industry knowing like this jargon, and which is pretty much outdated now too, sativa, indica,
Correct.
you know, so they're not going to know that, but they know how they want to feel.
Exactly.
Or
Like,
they know what goal they want to get to, or they know what they want to, you know, their
the intent of use.
Exactly. Yeah. So I love that.
Especially with new users.
Yes,
you know, and even
absolutely.
people who are more advanced, like maybe they're looking for something new, and maybe like for me personally, it's like I used indica, you know, more heavier strains for so long because I needed anxiety relief. I no longer suffer from anxiety, so now I'm moving into different strains that I'm not as familiar with. You know, and so I'm getting to know those, and even though I'm an advanced user, I'm still learning new shit all the time about myself and my body and my wants and needs. So it's about being just more conscious of how you want to feel, and it's not. I think it low key irks me when people are like, "Oh, weed's all the same. It like all does the same," and it's like, that's someone who is not in tune with their body. Right. That's just, you know, so I never shame anyone or anything, but I just want to be like, oh, just wait. I'm about to educate you.
Cannabis is the conduit for that, right?
Yes,
to bring that veil down and be like, oh shit, I've been holding a lot of tension in my stomach, or like, why is my stomach upset, or you know.
And cannabis just can help you feel more present. And sometimes I think people just need the permission to be more present, or to be more relaxed, or to be so unfocused on life and just let go.
One thing too, Kit, and I want you to think about this. I've found that not everyone wants to have that deep dive into science when it comes to cannabis.
You're right.
You know, like they know how they know the effect that they want to get, they know how they want to feel, but like they don't give a shit how they get there. I mean, they might need some guidance as to like what products to use and whatnot, but like ultimately they just want to have 7 restful nights of
get in, get out, get high.
Yeah, exactly. So, man, great job.
Well, I feel like I will accidentally educate you anyway, even if you're not asking for it.
Oh my God, I'm always
hard not
learning.
to.
I tell people, I'm like, I don't know everything about cannabis. There's really a lot I actually don't know about cannabis. Like, I'll be the first person
Most things I don't know.
to say that, right? Like, and part of this, the joy for me is to learn from other people, you know, and really to hear their story about how cannabis has helped them and like, you know, made an impact in their life, because that's what it's all about. Like you said, just being able to know that you can develop your own relationship, and that only has to make sense to you, not to anyone else.
Correct.
You know, so.
And don't ever let anyone shame you for your choice of consumption, your choice of your using joints, or using glass. Like, I hate that when people are like, oh, you don't know how to roll a joint? No, I fucking don't.
I can stuff a cone.
Yeah. No, I don't. No, I can't be bothered. Do you see these fingernails?
All right. Oh, I love it.
So what are your plans for the rest of the day here?
You know, I'm just going to sit down and talk to people, man. I've been out kind of mingling in the crowd and, you know, talking to people, trying to introduce them to the podcast. And
nice.
Yeah, it's been great. I'm having a really fun time.
Good.
I woke up this morning and I was like, hey, man, whatever happens, happens. We're rolling with it. You know, if we got to pivot, we got to pivot.
It's a cannabis event,
yeah,
you know?
Exactly. But I've heard so many people talk about, like, my nephew's actually working for Modest. He's out here. He's working. He's like, He's like, I really love these ganja events way better than I like the beer events. And I was like, yeah, everyone's pretty chill. And he's like, exactly.
There's probably a lot less chaos, I would imagine.
Yeah.
Or just like weird things happening.
Well, people are more patient, probably. You know, if somebody bumps them or like,
oh, so sorry.
Yeah, right. Like, they're like, it's a festival. That's how I try to look at it. Stephanie Mulrooney from her new brand Yu-Gi-Oh! High.
Oh, yes. I love Yu-Gi-Oh! High. I have a lot of their products.
Yeah, yes. She might be a good one to talk about adaptive things since they're rolling out their gadgets and whatnot.
Yes, I've talked to the other owner.
Okay.
He made me a little, so I met him last year at the Legacy Cup. This guy comes up to me and like hands me a product, and it's like it's their dugout with my branding branding on it, cannabis
What?
branding on it, and he made it for me. He's like, I was
that's
hoping I'd
dope
run
as
into you, and I was like,
yes,
so sweet.
That's dope. Yeah,
It's pretty cool. But actually, what I'm a fan of are their candles.
Okay.
Their candles are amazing. So they're called Defuse, and they're made to diffuse the cannabis smoke in your home.
Okay.
What I like about them is that the actual carrier that they come in is like, it's actually matte. It's like a matte
beautiful.
glass. So it's like, they come in like sage, dark purple, golden colors. They're really pretty.
Okay.
But they smell amazing, and they don't. Sometimes like fake candles like irritate my throat.
Yeah.
You know? So the Ukiyo-i is.
She said they didn't have the terp ones yet, but she said that was a
the
thing
next
that they
one?
were
Yeah.
maybe gonna talk about. Speaking of, one of the cannabis Minnesota Women's Cannabis Collective
Molly will sign it for
partners.
you. I'm not the
Another
gal.
one that we have is Cultivate to Glow. So Tay is out here today. I saw her.
I just saw
her-
Tay. She pointed me in your direction. I was like, do you guys know where
Yes.
Molly of the Kush RN
Right.
is? And they said down on the end.
Booth
baby.
number 22, everybody. Okay, let's talk about Molly the Kush RN's branding a little bit.
Okay.
Okay,
Shoot.
just initial thoughts, and I'm here for the feedback. I'm not afraid of it.
Okay, talk to me, Molly.
Okay.
What have you been thinking so far?
So what I really want to do is, my vision is kind of bridging that gap between the medical community and the consumers that are already out there, and just creating a better acceptance between those two, and just keeping the plant as the focus.
To destigmatize.
Yeah, destigmatize.
Build bridges.
Yeah, and I think it's important to be always advocating for patients. So, been doing just a little bit of work with the Minnesota Veterans for Cannabis, and those.
I love that.
Yeah,
That's
so-
another group that is,
Absolutely. Yeah.
really benefit from cannabis.
Yeah, so working with them a little bit and just trying to support them and get their message out there. I had Alicia and John and Matt on the show a couple weeks ago talking about how cannabis helps them with PTSD, and it's really tangible, and how we need to make some better strides with the federal government so that these people can access their medication.
How do you even start making strides?
Yeah, well, I think there's a lot that can be done through legislation. I think the more that people are out there saying, hey, this is what we need, and just really making those big lobbies, showing up in big groups, and just showing up, right? Showing up and not being afraid to speak up if you have an opportunity to testify at something, a
Even if
bill
you're not
hearing,
a vet,
or
but you can support them.
absolutely, and the vets should be doing it. They're the ones that are directly affected. They're the ones that the government has said, okay, you've done your service to our country, so now we're going to take care of you for the rest of your life.
And we're going to put you on opioids.
Yeah.
Or maybe not give you the access or the healthcare that you actually need.
Yeah. And I think they do support it fairly well, but you still can't access medicine in the hospital. So if you're in the hospital, you need to have someone bring you your medicine, and then if you're a smoker, can you consume it in your room? These are real issues for people, So
Especially on someone who's maybe hospitalized and has been relying on cannabis, and now they've taken away
exactly
your medicine.
Yeah.
I would be pissed if someone took away my mental health care medicine. I have to take pills every day to make myself work properly.
Right.
And it's if that was taken away from me, I'd be so upset.
Yeah, for sure.
And cannabis is medicine.
Absolutely. Speaking of mental health, I love the affirmations.
Little
Your
affies.
affies.
Little affies. I just called them that the other day. I was like, why haven't I not been calling them this forever?
Totally. When you said it, I was like, yes, affies.
I've been a little inconsistent lately.
No,
but
I
but
see
it's
you
fine.
out there, girl. I see you.
thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah, I'm proud of you.
One of my favorite affirmations right now is, I am a big brave dog.
I love that.
It literally makes me laugh every time.
Where did you come up with those?
I don't know. I'll just be I'll see things on the internet. And sometimes it'll be a direct copy. Sometimes it'll inspire me.
Yeah,
whatever,
cool. Yeah. I love that. I feel in the past several months, you and I both, we're still doing our thing, but we are very much in our own lanes.
Yeah. And my lane is with the consumers.
Yeah.
So it's a fun lane to be in.
Yeah, cool.
It's just not as recognized, sometimes.
Yeah.
When people can't, I feel I really crave external validation, which is my own, personal insecurity, and it's tough when you are working with the consumers all the time and no one sees what you're doing, but you know that you're making a difference. You know that you're going in the right direction. So it's like I just have to keep reminding myself, like, I'm doing this for the long run here.
Oh man, I love what you're doing. I honestly do. I see you out there and I'm like, you are so talented and you're so confident. And
okay, here's what I just learned, Molly, though,
What?
recently, is that I have a lot of self-confidence, but I don't have a lot of self-worth, and that's something I'm working on.
you're right. You can make a distinction between
Yes,
those two
and
things.
I was reading this new book called Worthy, and it just was like such an eye-opener. She's like said a statement similar to that, and I was like, oh my gosh, like that's why I have imposter syndrome. That's why I don't feel like I'm good enough. I literally feel like I'm not worthy enough, and I need to see my worth now.
Yeah, for sure. It is, I mean, it's a game changer when you realize that kind of shit. And for me, it does take sometimes leaving the things that you think you're so attached to like level up and grow. So, bravo, man.
Yay.
Yes. Oh, man, kid. I love you so much, dude. I knew I was going to be glad to like catch up with you and just like make sure everyone knew all the great things you were doing. And you're just so incredible. I knew that when I came out here, every time I have an interaction with you, I know I'm going to be safe with you. And
Yes, that honestly, Molly, that is our why, is we create a safe space for people to feel seen, heard, and validated.
Yeah.
That's that.
Yeah, for sure. How can people actually reach out to cannabis if they need help with the program that you're talking about, or any of the other
Absolutely.
things that you
So
do?
we do work with consumers who are interested in cannabis products and enhancing their lives, and then we also work with businesses who are interested in retail strategy, consumer experiences, and customer service, aka helping you open the front end of your dispensary. So you can find us on Instagram at Cannabis, KENNEBIS, and same thing online. We have a website as well that you can send us a message through, and we have some articles and products we love, and that is just KENNEBIS.com.
That's
so easy.
Yeah, I love it. Okay, thank you everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
From Cannabis and Conversations with Kush. I'm Molly, the Kush RN, signing out. Thank you. I think he's got us going. So we've been on the air just chit chatting. So hello everyone. I'm Molly the Kush RN, and you've reached Conversations with Kush podcast. We are broadcasting live from Legacy Cup 5, and I am joined by one of the co-creators of this event, Mariesa. What's your last name?
Sun Science.
One more time.
Sun Science.
Some science. Okay, I think I got it. I need to see it written out.
Yeah, I'll read it for you.
Okay, because I'm old, you know what I mean? So I'm like,
Loud.
write it, please,
Loud.
miss. Thank you for all of your hard work and dedication to making this a successful event. I think we definitely are there. So yeah, thank you. This is
Yeah.
awesome, man.
We couldn't have done it without, I mean, it would be pretty lame if nobody showed up, you know?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it's a collaboration. I really like working on these types of projects because we're in that new market, and it's like kind of a user-created market, right?
Yeah, for sure.
And these are things that obviously the people want.
Yeah.
So it's been fun to like get out there and network and learn more about what people are interested in, and
Yeah.
not only just like I've been working with the brands and the vendors, but also with public and what kind of events they're looking toward, and like we're getting into like our next year of like our second year here, so,
Yeah.
of legalization. So it's gonna be fun and interesting to see
Yeah.
what like
Next
Cannabis 2.0 is like in Minnesota.
right? And next year is going to be lit when everyone's, going to be wide open and the market will be more determined and whatnot. So,
Yeah, we'll know more about what's going on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, cross your fingers, we'll have flower
Yeah.
Legacy Cup next year. Well,
Yeah, for
who knows?
sure. What time are they doing the announcements for the winners?
I think 6:15 right after Lupe Fiasco. They already did, I think, the commercial product ones
Right.
earlier. But there's the award ceremony.
Yeah.
Which
Okay.
I believe is homegrown.
Okay,
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Lupe Fiasco, and then at 5:30, and then 6:15 award ceremony.
Okay, there we go. Thank you for that little rundown. What's been for you the best part of this?
just going around and seeing all the brands. I mean, I've been working with the brands, so that's kind of like been my focus. And,
Sure.
It's just been nice to walk around the last few hours and see everyone doing what they're doing and just getting out and having enough people. Because like doing a vending event is hard.
Yeah.
You, like sit behind a table and people have to walk up to you because they decide, oh, well, I'm going to walk up to this table, you know?
Yeah.
I guess having marijuana around, it like breaks the ice a little bit. But
Yeah.
I think it's still pretty hard to get people to walk up, just like, you know, unless you have something going on. So
Yeah.
first of all, it's a great sample event where you could get a lot more than $25 or whatever you paid for your ticket
Right.
worth of products and samples.
Yeah.
And also just
And the VIP bags were filled with swag and had a lot of
Lots of
things that came with
samples.
that.
Yeah.
So
and also we have the sample tent, so that's been really cool. People could try all the different samples from the contestants in the cup, so the commercial products,
Sweet.
obviously.
yeah.
And I don't know, it's just been really cool to go around and feel all the different brands that we have in our market. I think that's been the most interesting thing for me is
Yeah.
see how everyone's expression of, you know, their cannabis lifestyle.
Yeah. Getting back to what you were saying before, I love seeing the representation of like the car show and I don't know, is there a glass blowing event going on?
There's several glass blowings
Yeah.
going around on the site.
And then, you know, the half pipe, like just bringing in all those elements of culture and like, mwah, dude, yes. Thank you. Like you're supposed to just like do the work that you do well, like throw festivals, throw weddings, whatever that is, and just invite cannabis gently into that space.
Yeah.
Right?
Little by little, right?
Yeah, so it's been awesome. Thank you. Great job.
Thanks.
Yeah. What's your background? Like,
Well, I grew up in Minnesota, and I was in the nightclub industry in Minneapolis, downtown
Okay.
Minneapolis.
Okay.
And I did some, you know, creative projects along the way. And actually, a lot of the contacts that I have here are from the bar industry.
okay, bad.
You know, like 15, 20 years ago.
Sweet.
And I also do cultural exchange with artists and tourists as well in Cuba and here with Cuban artists.
Okay.
So, what's up? I do, I speak Spanish and I do like cultural exchange tours in Cuba and then I bring Cubans here as well.
Awesome. Okay, I've never been to Cuba, but I'd really love to go.
It's really cool. I mean, it's having a hard economic time right now, but
Yeah.
you know, I love music, and so I think that was the first thing that I fell in love with there was just the music and how you could like walk around and be moved by sound and music in the streets without, you know, planning on it.
Yeah. You think cannabis helped you tap into those feelings?
Probably. I mean, I think, you know, it's definitely not just about like getting a buzz on for me. I think it's more of a spiritual centering.
That's cool. What's your consumption pattern like?
I'm a daily smoker, but I usually have to work during the day, so
Yeah.
I try to keep it light.
That's cool. Yeah.
I've been cutting down a lot on alcohol due to being able to have the low dose drinks.
Excellent.
And I think those are nice because you can like enjoy them. You can have a few, and you're not
Yeah.
like incapacitated.
Yeah. Right? Laying on the ground.
Like, oh, when adult
I have
use
to go home
starts-
now.
Yeah, it's gonna be heavy.
Yeah, awesome. Anything else you want to say about the festival? What's next? I want to know what's next.
I don't know. We'll see what
Yeah.
happens. Thank goodness it was a success.
Yeah,
so.
man. Every year it gets better and better. That's what Josh said, and I completely agree, man.
Yeah, that's the idea.
Yep.
And also, just to like the experience for not only the attendees, but then also the vendors to just feel like each year we're trying to create a more unique and, you know, inclusive experience.
Yeah. Well,
I'm happy about how everything turned out.
Yeah, man. I'm
There's always some hard things that happen.
Nah, man. I said it a couple days ago. We just need to be kind to each other and give each other grace through this, and we're all gonna get through it. It's gonna be a great day. Hello.
Yeah. I think everyone's pretty happy too.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, totally.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing energy with me. It was nice to be able to like sit down and get to know you. Get to know you a little bit. Yeah, and I look forward to more exchanges.
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you. So this is Molly the Kush RN signing off from Conversations with Kush podcast, broadcasting live from Legacy Cup 5. I know it's a little droopy one, but you know it still works. Oh shit! Pass it Kush RN, and you've reached Conversations with Kush podcast. We are broadcasting live today from Legacy Cup 5. And my kids came out to support me. This is my son, Maceo Seville Henderson.
Hi, Mom.
You're supposed to be like, look, Mom, I made it. So everyone listen to the music. My son made this music for me. It's perfectly crafted for me. So thank you, baby. I appreciate it. You're so talented. You're so talented. Yeah.
Thank you.
Are you enjoying the festival?
Yeah, we haven't been here for too long so far, but it's been fun.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of interesting characters here.
Oh, really? Yeah. Okay. Who have you met?
Just more people watched.
Okay, got you.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep my distance from them.
What's that supposed to mean?
No, I'm kidding.
You bougie.
I'm bougie. I couldn't even get through the crowd of people to come see my mom.
Whatever. This is delicious. Have you tried any samplings of the festival today?
Yeah, I had some of that one, the orange soda one.
Yeah, Lunar.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Yeah, what's up?
When's the first time that you guys smoked a joint together?
That's a good one.
I don't know. I think like maybe a couple years ago.
Yeah,
I remember
definitely.
It was at,
we've
Grandma's
smoked-
house.
Yeah, was that Grandma's?
Yeah.
Okay. What other memorable parts were there?
How long were you smoking before that?
It was a little bit.
They thought they caught me in high school, but I had a good hiding spot.
We finally found it though when we moved out of the house. I was like, oh, that's where it was.
Yeah, years later.
Yeah.
Yeah, I burrowed it away.
Yeah, you did good. You did good. What was the first time you smoked weed with? What was that like?
Yeah, who was that with? I'm pretty sure it was with Alec. Yeah, it was.
That figures. Alec is like,
That was one of the first times. That wasn't the very first time.
No, okay. Were you guys at school?
Yeah, no, it was after school.
It was.
Not during business hours.
Good. Okay, I can accept that.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
So how did you feel?
It was cool. I was real giggly, tired.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a different experience.
Yeah. I don't think you're like a big heavy smoker.
Nah, not too much.
Yeah. So what's your relationship with cannabis like?
Oh, just every now and then, me, casual.
Yeah.
That's most of the things I like to keep
like
it casual.
Do you like to smoke or do you like drinks? Do you like edibles? Do you like edibles?
More smoking. I never really did an edible before.
Yeah,
I think I would pass out.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah, I never took one.
Hey, guess what? Your mom's a cannabis nurse, and she might be able to help you with.
No, I know.
Yeah. Just in case you're looking for somebody.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Where were you at with your cannabis use, and how did you feel about him?
I was definitely a celebratory, Mother's Day person, that smoked weed when it was like we were celebrating something. And during that time, yeah, because I was still pretty responsible and shit. It took a while. I mean, I would do it a couple times a year or whatever, but
Literally a couple times a year.
Yeah, probably.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's very.
Yeah, or maybe like once a month. I don't know. That seems like a big jump, but anyway. So I was probably in that, but I wasn't surprised really because I just figured eventually he would. So yeah.
Do you have any conflicting feelings though? There's times I'll see my kids doing shit I do.
By that time I had
Scare them away from me.
no, because by that time I had given up on you being like an NFL player.
Oh
or some
shit! Yeah, my
I was
hoop
like,
dreams were over.
Yeah. You had that broken, that busted up knee that time.
That was way
it's
before.
a wrap.
That was past my prime, actually.
Yeah, so
Back in my day.
right, yeah. I knew you needed it for medicine, so I wasn't gonna sweat you too hard. But I was like,
But you were not a regular, you weren't who you are now. So it's like that's
I'm not a super duper regular smoker now. I feel like I do enjoy cannabis, probably like smoking flower. I do enjoy that probably I don't know, 2 or 3 times a week, but I'm more of a consumable. I take a capsule, that's my medicine right there. So capsule.
Yeah, that good gas.
Yeah, well, my friend makes it. I know where it comes from. It's grown 10 minutes from my house. So, and I love it. It's what works for me. So, yeah.
you guys ever buy bud together back in the pre days?
No,
Nah,
hell no. I'm not giving up a good plug. No, man. No.
Shit, I have my own. Don't worry.
That's good. You're supposed to.
No names, no incriminations.
Right.
Who has better buttons?
Me, hands down. Okay. Shit.
I came front. Yeah, she does.
Yeah. All his friends ask me. Yeah.
Yeah. No cap.
Yeah. Okay, so you've had a great summer.
Oh, this summer was, it was wonderful.
Yeah, what'd you do?
A lot of concerts. Yeah, a lot of
What'd you
concerts.
see?
I saw Gunna, Bryson Tiller.
I missed that. I was
Yeah,
sad
saw
to miss
Future.
that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Future.
We saw Jeezy.
We did see Jeezy.
Yeah, that was a good one.
That was a good one. Yes, it was fun. I had a lot of fun that night. You excited to see Lupe?
Yeah, I am.
Are you
Yeah, I
gonna get
think.
up close?
Oh shit, I think he up now. I might have to
Shit,
go.
okay.
I might have to wrap it up.
Yeah, bye. It's priorities.
No, thank you for having me on.
Yeah, I
appreciate
love you
it.
so
I
much,
love you
man.
too.
You and my son, man. Yes. I love you, man.
Love you too.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Molly, the Kush RN, and you've reached Conversations with Kush podcast. We are broadcasting live today from Legacy Cup 5, and I am honored to sit down with my very good friend, Mr. Corey Jones from Jones in Your Bones Barbecue. The best macaroni and cheese with brisket you have ever had in your entire life. So yes, welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, if anybody deserves a day off, it's you, my friend, okay? Like, you, it's every day. Go, yeah.
I still have meat on my smoker right now, though.
You do?
Yeah,
Dang.
because I gotta do my cooking for tomorrow.
Oh, shit. Yeah, you'll be at the church tomorrow on,
Yeah.
on Arcade over on the east side.
Yeah, it's
So,
1669 Arcade.
okay.
It's the Gustavus Lutheran Church.
Yep.
And I'll be there from 11 to 6. So what I was...
And just so the audience knows, it's over by Phelan,
Yes.
right on the backhand side of the golf course. So,
Yep. Yep.
don't miss it.
And I have the only purple tent on the lot. If you don't see the purple tent, you will definitely smell the food
Yeah.
Because of my smoker that I have out there. And what I'm going to do tomorrow in front of my customers actually is I'm going to do the smoked mac and cheese on my grill.
Okay.
In front of my customers so they can check it out.
Ooh. Got that extra little crisp on it.
Yes,
What?
yes.
I'll take 2 bowls right now. Okay, so just put me down for that.
I got you.
Yeah,
I
perfect,
got you.
perfect,
I
perfect.
got you.
So how did Jones in Your Bones get started?
Actually, I first started in Charlotte, North Carolina in 2008, 2009 when there wasn't really a lot of jobs. So I'd actually called my grandmother and complained because I couldn't find any work. And she said, Corey, you need to look at your hands. And I said, okay, I'm looking at them. And she's like, all right, I'll talk to you later.
Oh shit, she said some cryptic grandma shit on you. You're like,
she
what
really
the
did.
heck,
She really
grandma?
did. But I was able to put it together and started cooking at my place. And then later on, when I moved back to Minnesota, I waited 8 years because I wanted to see how businesses were, see if they were expanding, how they were doing. And then finally, one day in 2018, I sent out a text message saying that I was going to be smoking slabs of ribs. And I've been established since June 8th of 2018.
Yeah, you have. Yeah, and just blazing a trail as you go, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Whenever we talk, I feel like, okay, what's next? Like, what are we doing next? You know, and you always got something for me. You're like, yep, I'm doing the farmers market thing. I'm doing, you know, I'm catering. I'm, you know, so
Yes.
yeah.
I'm trying to get into a couple of different avenues with my business and let people understand that there's a difference between barbecue and smoked barbecue.
Okay.
You know, smoked barbecue, actually, you have to have a lot of patience behind it.
Yeah.
You know, and it takes a couple of days if you do it
Yeah,
right.
you got to plan a little bit more, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's cool. I am always manifesting for you a food truck, and and every time I think like, oh, you know how you like have that fantasy in your head where you're like, if I win the lottery, I'm gonna do A, B, C, D, and I'm always like, I'm getting Corey that food truck.
I appreciate it because it's been a long time coming. I've been doing this for almost 7 years, and I still have yet to get that food truck or concession.
You know what? That shit is happening though. It's what's next.
Yeah, and that's the biggest thing is because a lot of people tend to ask me where I'm located, and all I can tell them is a lot of times, I'm at festivals and different events and stuff like that. But a lot of these customers want me to be grounded with something that
brick and mortar.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm definitely looking towards a concession trailer or a food truck to get started here, and then I want to be able to drive it to New Mexico when I do the Cinco de Mayo trip. Yeah.
You had a great time this past May.
I did.
My son went with you.
Yes, he did.
He was like, man, 5 days with Corey was enough for a while.
It was a vibe, but it's when you're not used to being around people for a long time.
Yeah.
You peep out different vibes and try
definitely.
But we still had a great time. It was a 20-hour ride, but when we got there and people started to taste the food, it was a whole different experience.
Yeah, that's what he said. And he said it was actually like kind of a beautiful moment, just like community really came together.
Yeah.
Like people were bartering and stuff because I guess there wasn't quite the turnout that they had expected.
Yeah,
but there was some kind of snafu or something. I think.
There was a lot of things that played into that. Shout out to Mariesa Valley Campground also. But it was the weather coming from other states into there which caused that. But yet and still, I was able to get other business out of that. I'm going to Arkansas next month.
Okay.
From a cat that tasted my food at Mariesa Valley.
Okay.
And so I'm going to go.
Look
do
at that! You plugging all over the nation and shit.
Yeah,
okay, nationwide.
Yeah.
I see you.
I'm trying to get it out.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want everybody to taste it.
So we've always had this dream that you were gonna get a infused barbecue sauce. You make your own sauce. You have several different flavors.
Absolutely.
So talk about your product line.
So I have Jones Your Bones barbecue sauces. I have a sweet heat and a barbecue jerk, which is the spiciest one. But they actually, the main ones right now that are going are my sweet barbecue sauce and the barbecue jerk. And what I've done in the past is I've had them in a couple of different Hy-Vees and places like that. But what I'm running into with the community here is people wanting to infuse my sweet barbecue sauce. So I still have yet
That's my favorite one. Yeah.
I still have yet to find someone to actually do it. I've had a couple of tested sometimes, but nothing that has stuck yet. So
well,
if
there
you're
you
out
go.
there and you want to try it,
I was gonna say, man, community, step on up here, man. This guy's got the sauce, literally, he's got the sauce.
Yes.
Yeah, we got to get that infused.
Absolutely.
That would be dope. Yeah,
absolutely.
All right, so what are you doing? Where can people find you?
Right now, you can go to my website, which is jonesinyourbones.com. So JONES, the letter N, yourbones.com. I'm also on Instagram under Jones and Your Bones.
Well, thank you so much, Corey Jones.
Absolutely.
Every time I see you, it's a motherfucking vibe.
Yes,
I love you so much. We are such good friends. I love having you be a part of my life, and thank you for coming out and supporting me.
Absolutely.
It means a lot. It means a lot.
Anytime.
Yeah.
Anytime.
All right.
Got you. Thank you.
So this is Molly the Kush RN signing off from Legacy Cup 5 Conversations with Kush podcast. Hi.
MBC. No relation to NBC.